Good morning, everyone. Brian here with BMK Retro Gaming. This morning I have for us the review of the Atari 7800 original library game, Cracked, also subtitled An Egg-Siding Adventure. Well, oftentimes was. See? Anyway, it's kind of an interesting one. The original version of this game was developed in 1988 by Robert Neve, that's Neve, for Atari Corporation, originally for the Atari ST 16-bit home computer line. Of course, later the same year, we also got a port for the Atari 7800. Anyway, it's a pretty interesting game. It's a game that probably might have made for a good light gun shooter game, concerning some of its mechanics, but there are reasons why it wasn't. And it's pretty interesting for a platform shooter in many ways. Basically, the whole story is you are an ornithologist, which, for those who don't know, is a scientist who studies birds, and you're studying the rare South American hornbill. And then its eggs start to be stolen by various creatures for their own nefarious purposes, probably to eat them. So you decide to go ahead and defend the eggs. And you have about 5 different stages to do so. You have the tree, sewer, sea, dungeon, and moon stages, as well as a little bonus stage called Rooster Ranch. So about 6 different stages or levels put together. Forgive me if you can kind of hear the neighbor's dogs barking once in a while. They sometimes do. They're kind of sensitive. Not my dogs, but... And I love animals. I hope people find their pets when they lose them is my other thing besides doing things like this, so... As it goes, dog barking all doesn't bother me too much. Just hope they don't get loud enough to really interrupt this video. Anyway, it's a pretty good game, generally speaking, in my view. At least I had some fun messing around with it. I got from, and thank you again to Braden for sending out the copy I ordered to me, which is this one. We can see here it has a nice box, says Cracked. And I didn't know if this was actually something that was originally on there or not, but it says here, the Atari Advantage. Collect games, win prizes, see inside for details. Oh, it also has a little sticker here that says new, which they seem to be external, which is why I wasn't sure if they were actually part of what originally came on the box or not, but I think they probably are since I've researched this a bit. Anyway, then on the back we have a bit of a, it says an egg-siding adventure. And it gives us a little bit of a description of the gameplay and a couple of gameplay images. And it advertises as 3 skills level, 5 exciting game scenes, plus Rooster Ranch bonus round. It says it's for 1 player for use with the 7800 Proline controllers and for Atari 7800 systems. And of course it says it's copyright 87 Robert Neve, or however you say that, and 1988 Atari Corporation. Now with my copy, it is boxed, though not CIB. You see, inside there's just a loose cartridge. There's no manual or anything like that, so not quite on that level of being 100% CIB, but that's okay. I was able to look up instructions and all, and really the game isn't complex enough you really have to worry about that. Here's what the cartridge itself looks like. It's actually in color on the cartridge label, and says 87 Robert Neve, or Neve, however you say that, 1988 Atari Corporation. Has a little bit of a nice colored gameplay image for us there, similar to the box. And of course we have a nice top label. This one's in pretty good shape. Anyway, I don't want to sit here talking you guys heads off about the entire video or anything like that. I've got my Atari 7800 out and ready to go, so I'm going to get us set up with that, and we're going to take a look into the gameplay. Okay, so here we go with gameplay for Cracked on the Atari 7800. Cracked Atari 7800 original library game. Might be worth noting that I am using my gamepad controller that I got from Retro Game Boys, so makes it a bit easier. Here we go, there we go. You have easy, normal, and insane mode. And we have copyright 1988 Atari Corporation, Robert Neve, or Neve, 1987. Cool. We'll pick easy mode. Okay, so your first button, if I'm not mistaken, fires, while your second one you use to catch eggs. You have to hold it once you do, and then you put them back in the nest. I don't think so, you little snot. Basically, it ends once you run out of eggs to protect. Now, this is Rooster Ranch. Basically, here you have to try to hit the roosters with eggs before they hit you, and you have, I think it's about 10 shots to do it. And you gain some points for each one that you manage to hit, while it takes off some until you get to 0 for each that you miss. And of course, they try to egg you. This is one reason why this game can be regarded as a bit of a toughie, because, well, you see, with the Atari ST's original version, it used the, being a 16-bit home computer, it used a mouse pad as a controller, and used the left button to fire and the right button to catch the eggs. And, well, here we can see with Rooster Ranch how it would have used the mouse cursor as well, which would make it a lot easier. Here, with the Atari 7800 Pro line controllers, joystick controllers especially, this would have been a bit difficult to control that easily, but I never thought it was so bad myself. It's just a bit tedious because it's tough to actually beat these roosters since you don't have much of a... You have to reorient every time. Sure, it'd be a lot easier if I had a technical mouse pad to work with. Using my gamepad controller from Retro Game Boys, it is not super tough. Not doing damage to get egg by them. I mean, I'm already out of points at this point. And now my eggs too, so. This is the sewer stage. Okay, still have a half dozen eggs left. Back to tree stage. I don't think so. The only good thing about getting down to like one egg left is it makes it a lot easier to defend them. Back to Rooster Ranch. See, it's hard to be fast enough on this part simply because, well, like I said, it'd be much easier with a technical mouse cursor if I had one. We're out of lives here, so we're out of extra points, so. This kind of stage also kind of doesn't make sense since you're supposed to be protecting hornbill eggs, not chicken eggs. But I guess they just decided to go ahead and do what they could egg themed with it. And you have a small enough window of opportunity here, it's easy enough to miss. And got 100 points out of it. Okay, this is the C stage, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me? I caught the egg and was putting it back. Give it one more shot. And that was on easy mode. Okay, still got plenty left for now. Anyway, generally use your first button to shoot and your second egg catch. That's your basic controls on it. Rooster Ranch, like I said, is a bit tough because you have a hard time getting to the point where you can actually catch up to them before they disappear again. I mean, this would work with the Atari ST with a mouse, but for the Atari 7800 Pro line joystick controllers, this probably would have been pretty tough of a order. One thing I learned to do is just stake out the first or second row and just go after them that you can. Uh-huh. There's my last 100 points extra. It's one of the only other games I know where you can lose points. Here we go, this is sewer level again. Egg thief. Trying to keep enough that we can actually get to the next, so I can show you guys the next stage down once there's one of the other things here too. It's like about as soon as you get a hold of since you have to work between trying to shoot them and recovering eggs, you're going to lose about as many as not. Okay, that should have been a hit, damn it. Sheesh. Okay, here we are back to the sea level. 2 eggs left, so... I don't know why this would make any sense for a rare southern hornbill, a bird, for this to be underwater, but I guess they just wanted to do what they could to make it interesting as a game. Okay, so now we're down to 1. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't think so. And we're up to 10,000 points, so not too bad. Back to the sewer level. Much easier to defend just the one egg than having to try to do it with multiple. Okay, so we've seen 3 stages out of 4 now, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, here's this again. Rooster Ranch, like I said, it'd be a lot better if, it wasn't a cursor-based type thing, such as it was with the mouse and the Atari ST, but not much to do with that. Oh, shoot. Thinking about what I was doing there. Left. £100 extra, so not bad. This is the dungeon level. You see here, instead of the regular creatures, we've got ghosts and ghouls of various types, so. Hey, I still have the egg, damn it. Well, let's see. I would like to get to show you guys the last stage, the moon, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Anyway, I think you guys have a pretty decent idea about the gameplay by now. Okay, so that was Cracked, an original library game for the Atari 7800. Is it pretty good? Well, personally, I enjoy it pretty well. My apologies again, I just couldn't get to the point of being able to show the last level or stage, the moon, but it can be tough at times. Like I said, I can see where, reviewers back then considered it as mostly mediocre, some of them did on the Atari 7800. But I think it's pretty good. It's pretty okay. It could have worked better as a light gun game, maybe in a way, but since you also have to try to catch and return eggs, I can see where it makes sense why it isn't. What are you supposed to do? Have a light gun that can do that? Can shoot on one hand, but then you have no other button where you could do the catch with. Wouldn't make a lot of sense. Maybe there's a way that it could work, but I can understand why this was designed not to be technically a light gun game. And I think it is pretty good, maybe a bit underappreciated. I think the justification from reviewers back then of it being considered a bit of a mediocre Atari 7800 original library game are somewhat justifiable, but it's not nearly as bad as it could be. I'd say if you have a chance to try it out, go for it. Anyway, I do have a couple of recommendations and links from my preferred YouTubers. There's Retro Hawk has a pretty good one, and of course, Phil with his channel The No Square Gamer has a nice review on it. I'll go ahead and leave recommendations and links to both of those for you guys so you can check them out if you like. As well as leaving a link to the Wikipedia article that goes over Cracked. This port is mentioned and brought up, as well as the Atari ST port. Anyway, go ahead and keep your eyes peeled on my channel's feed here on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter, as I should be announcing what this next Sunday's homebrew, probrew, or prototype review video will be. Since I really don't have anything in the works and or anything even coming, and it might take a while to get anything going with that, as it is probably going to end up emulating the vast majority of the Sunday videos for this this April. And I hate to have to do it all that way, but I've had to prioritize some other things too, so just do it as we do. So I have not picked one out yet, but I should have it picked out and have a post up for what it's going to be within a fairly reasonable time frame. So just keep an eye out for that, and I will have it up once I do. Once I have it picked out and I'm ready. Also, a big shout out to my Atari 7800 Pro System Gamers Facebook group. Love you guys over there, and hopefully this video upload won't take too long and y'all will get it before it gets to be too late this morning. In the meantime, if you enjoy this channel's content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Please don't hesitate to leave any questions, comments, or suggestions down in the comment section below. You guys take care, have a wonderful Wednesday, and hopefully I will see everyone back here again this coming Sunday.